Hello everyone. Today we begin our new course on UPSC previous year's questions. In this course, we are going to cover the last 40 years of UPSC Prelims Paper 1 questions that are still relevant to the examination. The same course is available for a small fee on our GK Today app. Today, we start with the year 1979. This is the first part of this year which we will cover in 5 quizzes. So, let us begin. Which of the following is the condition for the solar eclipse to occur? And the correct answer is moon between the sun and the earth. An eclipse occurs when 3 celestial bodies become aligned. A solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between the earth and the sun. It totally or partially hides Earth's view of the sun, and the inner part of the shadow is called the umbra. None of the sunlight can penetrate the umbra, and so to observe from Earth within the umbra, the sun appears completely covered by the moon. This is known as total eclipse. A solar eclipse can only occur during a new moon. Which of the following situations arises when a man circles round the Earth in a satellite? And the correct answer is the mass of the man becomes 0 but weight remains constant. Mass is the amount of matter enclosed by a body, so it can never change with displacement in a body. Weight is a force that is actually due to the force of gravity, taking Earth into consideration. Therefore, outside Earth, this force is negligible. Hence, the weight is 0. As weight equals to mass into gravity acceleration, where the acceleration is due to the force of gravity. The formula is W, which stands for weight, equals to mass, that is m, and acceleration due to gravity, that is g. So W is equal to m into g. Here g is almost negligible or nil, that is when the person is outside of Earth's gravitational force. Thus the weight becomes 0. Which of the following is the reason due to which weight of an object at the poles is greater than at the equator? And the correct answer is gravitational pull is more at the poles. So weight of an object is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity, which we just learned. Now if this acceleration due to gravity is less, then the weight is less. So what does acceleration due to gravity mean? It means the force with which Earth is pulling an object towards itself. Now the shape of the Earth is not perfectly spherical. That is why the radius at the equator is more. Thus, acceleration due to gravity is less at the equator. Now, the centrifugal force is opposite to whatever the acceleration direction is. Since forces are vectors and the resultant vector is minimum when the vectors are opposite to each other, which is common sense, right? If the forces are pulling at opposite directions, they will cancel each other out. Now, if the Earth rotated extremely fast, then a centrifugal force and the force due to gravity would have cancelled each other out at the equator. Now, Earth is spinning with more angular velocity at equator. It decreases as we move towards the pole. Thus, increased angular velocity at equator produces outward centrifugal force, which decreases the effect of acceleration due to gravity or gravitational pull, which means less of the pull, less of the weight, which is why a person will weigh more at the poles than at the equator. Which among the following was the first metal used by man? Correct answer is copper. Now, copper is one of those metals that man started using very early. Copper was the first metal discovered by man around 9000 BCE. Other metals used in prehistoric time were gold, silver, tin, lead, and iron. Now, after tin was discovered, people realized that the brittle tin could be used to give strength to tools made up of relatively soft copper, and hence bronze was discovered. Now, gold was always a scarce metal, and though it remains in jewelry that are found, it cannot be called the first metal known to man. Now, copper is a reddish-brown metal that is known as cuprum, and copper has been used extensively during ancient times. Man has used it to make weapons, tools, etc. In fact, 5,000–6,000 years ago in the Mesopotamian civilization, copper was used. They displayed skill in harnessing and extracting metals, and they used copper to make ornaments and decorative items. Among Egyptians, copper was a sacred metal, and they believed that it gave magical powers to people who wore it. Ancient civilizations also used copper for medical purpose, including Egyptians who used copper to heal wounds and sterilize water. Copper eased pain caused by headaches. Among Indians, copper was part of surgical instrument used by doctors. Which of the following is the main constituent of gobar gas? And the correct answer is methane. Now, gobar gas is also known as biogas and is produced by the breakdown of organic matter in the absence of oxygen. It can be produced from raw materials such as agricultural waste, manure, municipal waste, plant materials, sewage, green waste, food, etc. It is a renewable form of energy and it comprises primarily of methane and carbon dioxide and may have small amounts of hydrogen sulfide. Which problem of human body can be treated by the process of dialysis? Correct answer is kidney problems. Now, dialysis is a treatment that is needed when our kidneys can no longer take care of our bodies. Dialysis allows people with kidney failure a chance to live. When kidney function decreases to a critical level or complications arise, a person may need to start dialysis. Dialysis keeps our body in balance by removing waste, salt and extra water to prevent them from building up in the body. Keeping a safe level of certain chemicals in our blood such as potassium, sodium, bicarbonate, etc. and by helping us to control our blood pressure. Which of the following can be checked by doctors with the help of pulse reading? Correct answer is heart rate. Now, pulse rate is the number of heartbeats per minute. The resting pulse rate for an average adult is between 60 and 80 beats per minute and it can go up to 130 to 150 beats per minute when we are exercising because the body needs more oxygen. The study of pulse is known as phymology. What is the time taken by rashes to appear on the body of a patient after measles attack? Correct answer is about 4 days. Measles is a very infectious and potential serious illness that is caused by a type of virus called paramyxovirus. It is spread from one person to another by coughing, sneezing or sometimes even kissing. Now symptoms will usually begin to show 10 to 14 days after infection with the measles virus. And a person with measles is infectious for 2 to 4 days before the rash appears and for up to 4 days after the rash has disappeared. Which of the following vitamin is responsible for anti-sterile activities? Correct answer is vitamin E. Now this is known as anti-sterility vitamin or fertility vitamin. It is chemically called tocopherol. This is a deficiency that occurs rarely in adults. Much like vitamin C, vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant. And there have been some symptoms which are common to all people who have vitamin E deficiency. This includes muscular weakness or dystrophy, nocturnal muscle cramps, neurological disorders, degeneration of liver, and shortened lifespan of red blood cells. Which of the following is the reason behind cool water in an open pond even in hot summer? The correct answer is water absorbs heat less rapidly than the atmosphere. A pond is comparatively deep and a couple of meters at least in the middle. So Earth's temperature at its depth is comparatively stable. Although that is not the main affecting factor, the affecting factor is that water simply absorbs heat slowly. The surface of the pond's water reflects more light of the sun than the surface of the earth does, and water is also a very poor conductor of heat. So hot summer might warm the top layer of water, but the heat is not quickly transferred down to the bottom. Which of the following is the first precaution step to be taken if a thunderstorm suddenly occurs while traveling in a car? The correct answer is get out of the car and lie flat in the field. Now why is that? It's because a lightning strike can carry a high current and your car is metal which might attract it. Also, Induced magnetic field around the pole and the path of the lightning can be quite high. Now this can happen to anything that has a considerable height, which is why standing below a tree is not recommended. A wooden pole or a metal pole would also have the same effect. However, the best chance is to fall on open ground and get as sheltered as possible so that lightning strike does not affect you. Which of the following is the most common substance responsible for pollution? Correct answer is smoke. Smoke is a collection of airborne solid and liquid particulates and gases emitted when a material undergoes combustion. Now, the composition of smoke depends on the nature of the burning fuel, and smoke is usually incomplete combustion. Now, many compounds of smoke from fires are highly toxic or irritating, and the most dangerous is carbon monoxide, leading to carbon monoxide poisoning, sometimes with the additive effect of hydrogen cyanide and phosgene. Which of the following situations occur when a large number of people are enclosed in a room? Now, if it's a closed room, oxygen decreases and carbon dioxide increases. So that's the correct answer. If a large number of people are closed in a single room, they use oxygen for the process of respiration. So the amount of oxygen in the room eventually decreases. On the other hand, every person will exhale carbon dioxide in the room. So the amount of carbon dioxide will eventually increase. Which of the following situation created by trees makes them unsuitable to sleep under at night? Correct answer is they release carbon dioxide. So trees release carbon dioxide at night. That is, they respire, take in oxygen and release carbon dioxide. However, during the day, due to the process of photosynthesis, trees intake carbon dioxide and release oxygen. But at night, because they are releasing carbon dioxide, it might cause breathing problems, suffocation, etc., which is why it's not advisable to sleep under a tree at night. Which of the following forms of nitrogen is taken up by higher plants? Correct answer is nitrates and ammonia. Now, plants do not get their nitrogen directly from the air. Instead, they absorb it from the soil in the form of nitrate and ammonia. Nitrate is the most common form which plants use for growth and development, and it is most easily lost to groundwater as well. Nitrogen is a component for chlorophyll and therefore essential for photosynthesis, and it is also a basic element of plant and animal protein, including genetic materials such as DNA and RNA, and is important in periods of rapid growth. How green plants in the sea are useful for respiration of fish? Correct answer is they give out oxygen. So oxygen is a natural element which no animal can live without, and fish and aquatic animals are no different. Green plants under the sea absorb carbon dioxide and give out oxygen like plants on land as well. And this allows the water to have oxygen which the fish can breathe. Stripes can be seen over the body of many animals. Which of the following indication is given by stripes? Correct answer is matching of skin color with surroundings. So it's a camouflage. Some animals have stripes on their back because of the camouflage effect. Camouflage effect refers to combination of different colors or materials in order to make the animal disappear within its surroundings so that it can save itself from predators. Striped animals can easily hunt other animals by disguising themselves as well in the surrounding and making it hard for those animals which are being preyed on to spot them. Which of the following is a balanced fertilizer for plant? Correct answer is compost. Fertilizer used by farmers for better crop growth. Normally, compost is considered as a balanced fertilizer as it does not harm plants and increases productivity. Triple antigen IPV immunization against 3 diseases. Which of the following is not immunized by triple antigen? Correct answer is typhoid. Now, typhoid is not covered by triple antigen. Instead, DPT or triple antigen is a class of combination vaccines that are effective against 3 infectious diseases, which are diphtheria, pertussis or whooping cough, tetanus, and of course diphtheria. So the vaccine components include diphtheria and tetanus and kill whole cells of the bacteria that cause pertussis. Now, these are very contagious bacterial diseases, and which is why triple antigen is highly recommended for all children. The lack of which of the following mineral is responsible for milk fever in cows? The correct answer is calcium. So milk fever is also known as hypocalcemia. It is a disorder mainly of dairy cows close to calving. It is a metabolic disease caused by low blood calcium level. Between 3% and 10% of the cows in dairying districts are affected each year, with much higher percentages occurring on the properties. Proper dietary management will prevent most cases of milk fever, and this generally involves a close attention to mineral and fiber intake levels in the diet prior to calving. So that's all for this quiz. The part 2 of this video will be up tomorrow. Meanwhile, if you like this, please do not forget to like and share this video and subscribe to our channel GK Today, and also tell your fellow aspirants about us. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.